You ready?
Yeah.
Bowie.
Bowie.
Bowie. Bowie. Bowie. Bowie.
Bowie. Bowie. Bowie. Bowie. Bowie.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Shabbat Hamelka. Bowie. 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 Kala. Shabbat. Shabbat. Shabbat Hamelka. Bowie. 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 Kala. Shabbat. Shabbat. Shabbat Hamelka. Bowie. 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 Kala. Shabbat. Shabbat Hamelka. Greet the presence of the beloved as the beloved appears to you. Friend, lover, child, elder, plant, animal, stone, screaming toddler, let the beloved enter, cloaked in the grace of evening. Reverently receive that love. And yes, we needed an extension cord because we're not where we're usually. Well, I don't know if we are usually anywhere. But we're not at the kibbutz. We're at the northern farm, Bat Chava. Everybody was busy today. So we went and we weeded and we harvested strawberries, and then we decided that it was nicer outside. And I'm trying, not very successfully, to read daily.
This guy's reading a message. That's why she stopped mid-sentence.
I like that very, very much. And so yes, I'm trying daily, very unsuccessfully, to read the daily book of days. And today's fitting. I actually read it. In Nisan, we left Egypt through a passage in the sea, and through Nisan, Iyar, and Sivan. We counted the 49 days of the Omer that represented the Sea of Time. In Sivan, we remembered the receiving of the Torah, which is compared to a sea and its waves. Now, in Sivan, we remember Miriam and the well of water that followed her through the wilderness. It is no wonder that legend says the Israelites wore green during this season to represent the sea and Avi's green jingle balls. Green also represents the living plants of summer. Today is Miriam's 4th day in exile. We imagine her looking outside her tent for something green, something growing that will give her hope. Perhaps she searches for healing herbs or greens she can cook for her dinner. Even though stricken with a deathly disease, perhaps Miriam wears green as she goes out to look for life. In Sivan, we too search for green in our lives, looking for signs of life in our everyday comings and goings. We remember the waters of the sea and the rivers of Torah. We remember the camp of Miriam, where a green shoot sprouts up to comfort her in exile and remind her of her undefeatable spirit. I rarely have time to prepare for these. I always think I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write something and I'm going to think something and I'm going to read something and I'm going to do something, but I don't because I'm out here milking goats and planting things and being totally overwhelmed with how fast and big and astounding all of these changes here are. Like this grass is taller than Avi right now, and it feels like days ago, which was probably weeks ago. It was very, very short. He was napping when we got here. He woke up just to participate. Yeah. I lost my train of thought, but I was really excited to read that passage, and that's what I've been focusing on, is green and planting things and being inspired by the vastness and speed at which things do these things. I'm good with words today. We rushed here from Detroit, and we're getting an extension cord, hence why we were late. And now David's going to say something while I look in the store to see where we're going next.
On the note of what Sky was saying, she said something really beautiful to me today that amounted to something like, and I probably won't say it as well as she did, but people spend all these hours arguing about the way to say God and what God is, when we could all just be sitting in awe of a single growing seed.
It's probably a little nicer than what I said. But I harvested an entire bowl of strawberries from our totally neglected strawberry patch in Detroit, and it was really awe-inspiring. This bowl of strawberries that the earth gave us that we didn't do anything to. Last year we planted them, and yeah, God's a lot of things, but I thought it was easier to think of the bowl of strawberries in that way, I think. I don't know where I'm going. Bless you.
Shekhinah? That one? Shekhinah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go there.
Alright, you ready to start, Avi?
No.
Shekhinah, thank you for blessing this day. Shekhinah, thank you for blessing this day. Shekhinah, thank you for blessing all we do and all we say. Thank you for blessing this day. Shekhinah, thank you for blessing this day. Shekhinah, thank you for blessing all we do and all we say. Thank you for blessing this day.
The earth is happy, each little island is joyful, clouds and mist surround her, righteousness and justice stand as her sentinels, fire walks before her and consumes all obstacles. Her lightning lights the earth. He's asking for food. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like candle wax before the one who supports the world. The skies call out about her. All that lives perceives her presence. Zion hears and is happy. The daughters of Judah dance with joy because of all this rightness. For you, goddess, are transcendence, clothed in the real. How much loftier and deeper you are than our ideas about you. Your beloveds turn away from cruelty. The guardian of faithful souls saves them from evil doing. Light is sown for the righteous, joy for the open-hearted. O you who seek righteousness, rejoice in Goddess. Be thankful, you who have known this holiness. And I'm totally not showing page numbers or anything that I'm doing. That was on 7-ish from that Siddur that I will share again real quick. I believe still, I need to edit all of these things a little more.
What'd you put?
But I think that our pages are a little off, and I just missed what you said, Kitzer. I did not know that, and I'm very grateful to know that, and David now has the bowl of strawberries, hoping to soothe the baby creature.
This whole big bowl just grew. He didn't do anything.
I was listening to the Kohenet Siddur album. I don't know if it has a more formal name than that. On the way here, wondering where I was going to go. And I was thinking we always sing some of the same songs. I mean, we're sort of tethered to the Siddur for right now. We always sing Tehom. And I was also thinking about the strawberries being God. And how recently, a few months ago, I was asked to write on an index card a name I wanted to be called and a name I used for God. I really don't like that word. If you don't notice, I avoid using it. I try to skip the prayers that have it in there. I really don't like the word. I have old, deep-seated connotations. But I wrote on that index card, I don't even remember what I put for my name, but for God I put Tehom. We sing that song every time. And an Israeli friend recently told me that was terribly controversial. That Tehom is thought of as this dark, scary, otherworldly place where Tiamat, this dragon, created the primordial ooze that was nothingness and turned it into this. And I don't know, but I don't even have words. It's good. I think the primordial ooze is turning into this. It's a little more miraculous than planting some strawberry plants last year that didn't do anything in this year. Bred all these fruit with no tending. And without the darkness and the sparks, there's neither, I think. So if we want to go to page 10-ish, possibly 11 for you, and David wants to pay attention and pick up his drum. And bear with Avi screaming for the first two lines.
El Tehom Koreh, Tehom. El Tehom Koreh, Tehom. El Tehom Koreh.
Kenafshi
She
Taharog alai Kenafshi Taharog alai Kenafshi Taharog alai Sama nafshi Elohim Sama Nafshi Elohim Sama Nafshi Elohim
Kol
Misharei
Misharei
Megalai alai Megalai alai Yeshuot Panai Elohai Yeshuot Panai Elohai Yeshuot Panai Elohai Tehom El Tehom To be both in love with the strawberry and absolutely offended with the blood of the strawberry on your hands. Shekinah precedes the universe and the strawberries by myriad years, and as many years afterward. The glory of the universe is above and below, deep and profound. It is in the east and west, north and south. It is in all, and it is all. Rise up and give thanksgiving in the heart. Page 12-ish. Oh, and unless you want to go somewhere else.
What?
You can just lead this time.
Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim. You who open up the gates of time, Ma'ariva, Haravim. You who flow each moment so sublime, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim. You who cycle forth the seasons, Ma'ariva, Haravim. You who give life reason, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim. You who roll the dark and spill the light, Ma'ariva, Haravim. You who shine the day and soft the night, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva, Haravim, Ma'ariva,
Oh. I'm really enjoying this bird above our heads that keeps singing right after we do. I don't know what it is, and I can't see it. I just hear it. And then we're going to go to page 13-ish. Here I come, all of me, all of my love, passion, anger, and desire, all of my wisdom, tenderness, and hope, my blood, belly, and breasts, my bones, bruises, and blessings. Here I come, through the leaves, rustling and glowing. Here I come, walking on my feet, on my path, endurance embodied. Here I come, breathing towards you. Here I come, steeped in song, carrying nothing except that which carries me. Here I come, all of my impatience for myself and the world, all of my longing and laughter soup and celebration, here. Here I come, all of me. Welcome me. Love me in all the ways that you know how to love. In all of the ways that you have ever been loved. Here I am, all of me. Hear me. Embrace me, all of me. All song, all whirlwind, all roots. And baby laughter. Oops.
Holy, 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 holy is the silence, and holy is the sound. Holy is each one of us, and holy is the ground. Holy, 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 holy is the darkness, and holy is the light. Holy is the morning, and holy is the night. Holy, 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 kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, melech kol haaretz kevodo. Holy, 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 holy is the silence, and holy is the sound. Holy is each one of us, and holy is the ground. Holy, 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 holy is the darkness, and holy is the light. Holy is the morning, and holy is the night. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, melech kol haaretz kevodo.
With worlds of love, have you loved your people? Your people who wrestle with you. You who have taught us wisdom and right action, principles and truths. When we lie down and when we rise up, we meditate on your paths. We play forever with the words of your Torah and mitzvot. They reside in our lives and our days. We dwell on them as days and nights go by. Let the knowledge of your love dwell within us. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, who loves your wrestling people. I think we should Shema next. And I think I was thinking, I forgot to say what I was thinking out loud before we listen. I thought maybe we should listen. There's so many sounds in the silence. There's also some mysterious tiny people in a window up in the house that none of us know who they are, and they're very appealing to Avi.
No. No, no, no. No.
Do you want to do some sort of traditional English? There's so many in this book, I never know which one to pick.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Want to read 18? And then go to 19.
Page 18.
Yeah, read that and then go to 19.
Spring and autumn.
Yes?
What?
Yes.
Spring and autumn rain, corn and wine and oil you shall have, if only you will love becoming itself, and sit with it at home and walk with it on your journeys, and lie down with it in your dreams, and rise up with it in your hopes. You will eat and be satisfied, and if you close your heart and turn away from your nephesh wisdom and your communion with the world, and serve gods that are other than becoming, the earth will not yield her fruit, and the skies will shut their doors, and you will be lost from the good land that becoming gives you. Yet, if you will love becoming with heart, body, and soul, and weave it into your thoughts and the works of your hands, and teach it to your children, and tell it in your stories, then your days will be long and whole as the days of the sky above the earth.
That's 19. Avi.
Growing and growing, Spirit is flowing through you and me. Hashem, guide me, be faithfully beside me. Hashem, guide me, and bless how I be. Spirit is flowing, growing and growing. Spirit is flowing through you and me. Shekhinah reside in me, your wisdom lives inside of me. Shekhinah reside in me, your holy of holies. Mi chamocha, Chaim Adonai. Mi chamocha, Neder Kodesh, Nora Tehillah, Osef Eleh, Nora Tehillah, Osef Eleh. Spirit is flowing, flowing and growing. Spirit is flowing through you and me. Hashem, guide me, be faithfully beside me. Hashem, guide me, and bless how I be. Spirit is flowing, flowing and growing. Spirit is flowing through you and me. Shekhinah reside in me, your wisdom lives inside of me. Shekhinah reside in me, your holy of holies.
Ow! No!
You can go. You can play over there if you want. playing your drum right now.
No.
Maybe you didn't notice.
On page
No.
21,
No.
page 21-ish, there's a poem here that usually feels a little Passover-like.
Mom.
I
Me.
think it's fitting.
No.
Um,
Mom.
That's
Mike.
as we read a little while ago, in ancient history, we're still exile. The desert's still a thing. Loneliness and all these things are sort of such a thing, and maybe there's a lot of that today sometimes, somewhere. Between a pillar of cloud and a pillar of fire, the sea yawns. Birth canal, labyrinth,
Mine.
blood-painted door.
Mine.
We enter joyful that the future is just ahead. We enter afraid of what pursues us. We enter present with not knowing. We have escaped slavery, just barely. Someone bought our freedom.
Hi.
We're not sure who.
Hi.
Ancestors? Children? Prophets?
Hi.
The All-Weaver? The Angel of Death?
Hi.
To either side, the water is mirrors, is windows, is a view of the deep. Just ahead is darkness, is a light shining, is the sound of singing and the pounding of feet.
Boy. Boy.
And we're going to go into our Amidah.
Boy.
I suggest, if you can, to wander, to not sit, to wiggle, to tap your toes, maybe wander in your brain, whatever feels most suiting. And if you can, and it's accessible, to find something green, preferably living, but not necessarily,
Boy.
and to appreciate the mystery and magic of growing green things and the changing of the seasons and all those other things that
Go.
make dogs bark and babies point. And we will come back here in a little bit
Go.
once we have given reverence to the green.
Go.
Yeah, you'll know when it's time to come back, I'm sure.
Sa Shalom. Oh, Sa Shalom.
She who makes peace, we who make peace. Oh, Sa Shalom. Oh, Sa Shalom.
We make peace. She who makes peace.
We didn't add, it was terribly neglectful and did not add any healing prayers to this Siddur. So I think we should do one and then move into Kaddish. I'm going to go for Anna Elna because I know it. And it's simple. And the last word is La, which means her. So it can be personalized. If you're hoping for healing for a man, you can change it to Lo. Or for the self, you can change it to Li. For lots, you could, and us, or you could say Lanu. Or La. Let's stick with how it goes. And then we'll move into Kaddish. This would be a good time to think of anybody, anything that may need healing. Self, earth, soil, water, air, humans. Yeah. Hana Helna, Hana Helna, Hana Helna, Rafana, 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 Hana Helna, Hana Helna, Hana Helna, Rafana. And then for Kaddish, if there's anyone you're thinking of specifically, or not so specifically, and if you feel so inclined, you can type their name into the chat box. We can read that. I'm still learning how to navigate the reading and the talking, but we are trying to pay attention. Do you want to read this, or should I do it? I'm gonna include Kaddish for 3 baby ducks. Uh, four baby ducks. Amongst all this green and life and intense energy happening all the time, there's also death that we have to deal with. And in the past week, we lost 4 baby ducks in 4 days, 3 days, and I found it a little traumatic. And I think it's important to acknowledge the forgotten things, the small things, the things maybe people think don't deserve Kaddish.
Yit Kadal v'Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ba'alma Divra, Chirute, v'Yamlich Malchute, B'chayechon, u'v'Yomechon, u'v'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, u'v'Zman Kariv, v'Imru, Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah, Mevarach, La'alam, Ulmei Almaya, Yitbarach, Yitrabach, Yitpa'ar, Yitromam, Yitnaseh, Yithadar, Yithale, Yithalal, Shemei, Dekedusha, Berechu, Leila, Min Kol Birchata, Veshirata, Tushbechata, Venechemata, Amaran, Ba'alma, Ve'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen.
We often end next with David's favorite song. The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge, but I'd like to go a little same thought, really, different words. I think there's a lot of sadness and frustration and fear in the world, in an attempt to not be political. I think I can do it. There's just a lot of people being killed by oppressive other people in the world. And I know that a lot of my friends, a little tiny bit north of here, are feeling a lot of shock and sadness, similar to the shock and sadness we felt a little over a year ago. And when we were going through that, we were invited to a really lovely Shiva. And we were taught this really beautiful song. And it helped give hope to me. I found it very powerful. It is from, at least I was taught at this evening, if I'm wrong, I hope to be corrected. I was taught that it is from apartheid Africa and from the protesters who were being taken away one by one. And they would sing this, they would call it out to each other so that the person being taken away didn't feel alone. And I'm going to add a link if you would like it later, because I found one. Just bear with me for a little minute. Here we go. Don't play. And the right page is here. Alright, I'm showing the link in the chat if you are on the chat, and if you're watching this later in YouTube, I imagine you can't see that. But it is a SoundCloud by If Not Now. And if you Google the lyrics to the song, which is what I did, it will come up quickly and easily. Alright. say this.
Okay.
Courage,
Courage,
my friend.
my friend.
You do not walk alone. We will walk with you
walk with you
and sing your spirit home. Courage,
Courage,
my friend.
my friend.
You do not walk alone. We will walk with you
walk with you
and sing your spirit home. Courage,
Courage,
my friend.
my friend.
You do not walk alone. We will walk with you
walk with you
and sing your spirit home. We will.
we will.
I was giving you a chance to lead.
I'm not leaving.
Maybe we should end there. Abby's yelling for Bob, who's not here. Would you like to come say goodnight? I have two probably ornery, hungry goats who are 2 hours behind on their milking. Yeah. Anything, guys?
Shabbat shalom. Abby, do you want to say bye?